Hello guys, so today I thought it would be cool to give you some tips for, starting out in the Gothic subculture, Babybat tips to call them, so let's get started. First of all, don't be a goth in a box. Don't change your whole closet in one night. There are so many people who do that, and that just makes you look more like a poser than an actual goth. Also, Gothic clothing is pretty expensive, so don't do that. Don't be too nihilistic. Being goth isn't about being depressed. I think that's more emo. I don't know much about emo, so if you're emo, please don't get hurt about what I said. Anyway, being nihilistic and sad and depressed and mopey isn't what goth is about. Sure, you can be from time to time and everyone gets to be sad, but don't make that your whole image. Find out about Gothic music, because even if you don't like it that much, you're not really goth if you don't know anything about the music or about history. I mean, it's just something you should know. Also read about the history of goth, read about what goth is in general, so you know what you're actually getting into, because a lot of people who start out believe that emo and goth are very much the same or similar things, which is utterly not true. So read about it and find out what is true and whether you actually want to be part of the subculture. And once you do, read about all the subgenres of goth, because there are just so many. And like, for instance, trad goth might not be something that actually speaks to you on a deeper level, but there are so many paths you can go when you're goth. There's like cyber goth, Victorian goth, cabaret goth, pagan goth, steampunk, although I don't know whether that's actually that goth or not. Trad goth, romantic goth, so many ways. All those things aren't only about the way you look, although about that as well, but also about the music you listen to. So for instance, if bands like Siouxsie and the Banshees and Bauhaus that more trad goths listen to aren't exactly your thing, then there are bands like Rasputina for, I think, medieval goths, and then there are a lot of bands for cabaret goths, for instance, Vermilion Lies. So try that out. Also, when it comes to music, Marilyn Manson, no matter how much you love him, I love him very much, is not goth. I mean, maybe he feels goth, but his music is not goth. So if you listen to him, or bands like Nightwish and stuff like that, that is not goth music. Sorry. I mean, you have the right to listen to it, but it's not what will make you goth. Don't try too hard. And I mean it. When you try too hard, and you try to show everyone that you're goth and talk about being goth, that just takes away the whole point and your whole image and just makes you look stupid. Learn not to give a shit what people think about you. Learn that very early on in starting out in the subculture, because people are gonna judge you and people are gonna give you bad comments all the time and are gonna stare at you in bad ways and show you bad stuff, like, with their hands and stuff. And if you don't learn pretty fast not to give a shit, those kind of things might hurt you. They shouldn't, really. So just learn very, very early on not to give a crap about what others think about you. Yeah, I know this is a hard thing to do, but just try, because otherwise you're gonna have a lot of time being goth and you're not gonna enjoy it. Don't buy all your clothes from Gothic sites when you start off. I mean, sure, you can buy some, but they are a hell of a lot expensive, and it's just not worth it that much at the beginning. Sure, if you're in the subculture for a long time and you're positive that you're gonna stay in the subculture, go ahead. But when you're just starting out and you don't really know if you're gonna stay in the subculture, because you never know when you start something, then don't go and buy stuff from professional websites, because there are like skirts for £50 or 100 or 200 pounds, and it's just so expensive and it's not worth it. Instead, try shopping at thrift stores, secondhand stores, and try making your own stuff. It's actually pretty easy. I'm gonna try and show as much of stuff as possible here, but if not, remember that you can always buy some plain black stuff at supermarkets like Tesco, like black shirts or black skirts, and then just try to put on more gothic makeup and accessorize more gothically, because when it comes to clothing, if you're wearing black and have the right makeup, hair and accessories, it's okay. You don't have to have like all those lavishly gothic stuff at the beginning, because you probably won't have the money. Trust me, it's very expensive. Also, you are allowed to wear other colors than black. Sure, black is the most important color, and sure, black is probably the color you're going to be wearing most, but you can mix up colors, like, for instance, wear a black and, I don't know, purple dress, or a black and red skirt to your black top. So you are allowed to wear different colors, as long as black is the most important one. Though being goth is about non-conformism, you should remember that there are rules you should probably still follow, and there are things that you should rebel to, like, you know, the stuff that goths rebel to, I guess, you know, non-conformism and stuff, but there are things you shouldn't rebel to. A lot of teenagers especially decide that the best way to rebel against society is to quit school and just, you know, not go to school at all. No, that is a very stupid idea. Do not do that, and it doesn't matter whether you're goth or not. Just trust me, don't quit school. Just live it out until the end of high school. You don't have to go to university, but without your final exam after high school, things might be tough to get a job later on. Also, as I mentioned before, gothic stuff is very expensive, and your rich parents will not give you money for it for the rest of your life, so just try and get a stable job and try to learn as much as you can. There are things that you should rebel against, like, for instance, bad treatment of animals and stuff like that, and then there are things you shouldn't rebel to, like laws that are supposed to keep you safe, or school. Trust me, school is important, even if you hate it. Don't copy anyone, and I cannot stress this enough. Do not copy anyone's style, and this is about goth and about non-goths. Every person, or at least most of them, has something unique about themselves, about the way they dress or whatever, and do not copy exactly how people look. And it doesn't matter whether you're goth and copying a goth, or it doesn't matter if you're not goth and copying someone who's not goth. Just do not do that. Everyone, including me, tries so hard to look their own unique way, or at least most of the people I know try, and I've had situations like this happen to me a couple of times with a couple of people, that people bought exactly the same clothing as me to look like me, and it was just so freaking irritating. Good for me, because those periods with those people didn't last too long. They quickly get bored with it, but it's not the way of going about being goth, and it's not the way about going in anything in life. It just is rude to do such a thing, and other people work hard to be unique, and then you go and just steal it all. Not a cool thing to do. Same with tattoos. Don't steal people tattoos, but that's for a different video. Don't pretend to like only goth stuff. Every goth, I think, or at least most of them, likes things that aren't goth, like Disney movies or plushies or a different color than black. Every goth has at least one thing they like that isn't goth, and that is absolutely okay. Just because you're goth doesn't mean that everything you like and everything in your life has to be about goth. And when you pretend to like only goth stuff, not only does it hurt you because you can't be who you really are, you have to pretend to be someone you're not, you also kind of seem like an elitist and the type of person who's gother than thou. So, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I like only goth stuff, and then all the other goths around like, okay, we don't, that's just weird. So yeah, don't pretend to do that. Unless by sometimes you actually only do like only goth stuff, but that very rarely happens. So just be yourself, and if you like plushies or Disney or anything else that's not goth, it's absolutely okay. Being goth is about being yourself, and if there's something from time to time that isn't goth that you like, that is okay as well. Goth is not about occultism, and I'm saying this because although it probably sounds stupid to most of you guys who know something about goth, but you would be surprised how many people start out in being goth and think that it is about occultism and that they have to wear religious symbols. Don't do that, unless you know what a symbol means. That is just rude and hurtful sometimes to other people. But there are so many people who wear symbols they do not understand and try to be all pagan and stuff and pretend, and that is just not the way to go about it. If pagan god is something that you into, sure, go ahead. But you should know it's not about occultism, and you should know that being goth is just not about that. And the last thing, you should probably realize early on and come to terms with the fact that you won't be able to be goth all the time. If you end up getting a job like an alternative model or something like that that allows you to be goth all the time, good for you. But most of us goths don't. I, for instance, am a governess, which means I have to look normal when I go to take care of the kid I take care of. My employers get along with the blue hair and my tattoo, but I guess if they saw me like this, they wouldn't really want me hired anymore. So you should probably realize that in most jobs, you won't be able to look goth. You might be able to keep a few goth things, like I keep my hair or my tattoo, but you will not be able to be wholly goth, like every part of you. And I'm saying this, that you should come to terms with this fact, because sometimes when you start being goth, you think that this is unfair, that you can't be goth whenever you want, and yeah, it isn't fair. But if you're gonna think that way all your life, you won't get a job at all. So just come to terms with that and try to be yourself, whatever you can. It's out of work. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope this helped maybe some of you Babybats starting out there. And hope to see you soon. Please like, comment something nice in the comments below, and subscribe to my potato face. I'm so sorry for my voice today. Kinda sick, that is okay. Anyway, hope to see you soon. Mwah.